everyone, and welcome to the final day of the 2025 CDIO Asian Regional Meeting. My name is Adelisa Cantika, and this is my partner Gabriel Christian, who will be your master of ceremony for today.
We are now joined by Dr. Feng Haigang, Research Associate Professor at Tsinghua Shenzhen International Graduate School. And we are also having Mr. Basuki Rahmat Alam as our moderator today.
Dr. Feng will be discussing the new regime, reconstruction graduate education in the age of AI.
Good morning, everyone. Hope that everyone has still a high spirit, to attend this CDIO. Before we go through Professor Haigang Feng's speech this morning, maybe I'll need to check your spirit, to attend this CDIO. Please shout, yell out. Please follow me, CDIO, in Polibatam, here, anywhere, everywhere. Okay, still quite long for it. Okay, let me try. You follow me, right? Okay, CDIO in Polibatam, here. Anywhere, everywhere. Okay, thank you very much. Before we have the speech of Professor Haigang Feng from Tsinghua University at Shenzhen International Graduate School, let me read his biodata. Dr. Haigang Feng received the Bachelor of Science degree from Tsinghua University Beijing, China in 1998, and the PhD degree in Electrical and Computer Engineering from Illinois Institute of Technology, Chicago, Illinois in USA in 2005. Before joining Tsinghua University, Dr. Feng accumulated 10 years of industrial experience of RFIC in Qualcomm, in San Diego, California, USA, that your chip of the Qualcomm is in your pocket, I expect there. At top tier, there are fabless companies where he led multiple projects in wireless and IoT communication. Since 2014, he has been associate professor with the division of data and information science at the Shenzhen International Graduate School, Tsinghua University. Dr. Feng has made a significant contribution to journals, conference, and patents, over 200 publications. He almost become the IEEE fellow, actually. Has made contribution to journal, conference, and patent. His research international spans IoT system, low power design, RF mixed signal integrated circuits, electromagnetic compatibility, and ESD protection. He currently serves as the vice chair of IEEE, EDS Region 10. Actually, is my superior, because I'm chair of the IEEE EDS Indonesian chapter chair. Okay, please, without further ado, please, Dr. Haigang Feng, you have 30 minutes, I think. Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Dr. Allen. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. So my name is, let me see. Oh, that's my picture. My name is Haigang Feng. I'm from Tsinghua Shenzhen International Graduate School in Shenzhen, China. So it's my pleasure to be here at the CDIO 2025 Asian Regional Meeting particularly at the Poly Batam. So my affiliation is Tsinghua, and our focus will be mainly graduate education. So my topic will cover the graduate education in this new age of AI. So nowadays, we are in a complete new era. It's quite different from 20 years ago, 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, because we found that the knowledge base is no longer, as before, is a traditional disciplinary silos. It was the original definition. So we have a different book in different disciplines. Now it's converted to a completely dynamic world. So we got a lot of new industries we never dreamed about before, or we dreamed, but we never think this can be realized. So we have to involve in a lot of global collaboration, and there are a lot of digital innovation that force us to evolve ourselves. So in our school, we try to reshaping the graduate education. Start with the innovation, the crossover, the integration, industrialization, and internationalization. I will cover these items one by one. The innovation. Since in this new era, we got an explosion of information. You can easily access a lot of information anywhere, anytime, more than you can absorb them. So for education, the students, the young generation, they can easily access all kinds of resources, maybe even better than what you teach. So for education, we need to find a more efficient and more engaging way to teach them. That involving the pedagogical innovation, technological innovation, and the curricular innovation. So maybe you can talk about the flipped classroom, that's a little bit old, but it's still useful. The experimental learning, the project-based education. I found these things very common in these days' discussion. So I'm very delighted to see that our colleague already doing that, our dear fellows already working on that a lot. For technology innovation, we have AI-enhanced learning, virtual laboratories, and a MOOC. MOOC stands for Massive Open Online Courses. I will cover that a little bit more in the later slides. In the curricular innovation, we found we have to adopt AI across all of the program. So here is, where's the pointer? There's no point. There's called Xuetang X. It's an online, free online education website for everyone. If you have interest, you can click that link, hyperlink, to see that. And if you choose English version, it will show like this. The top page will be the highlighted topics, courses provided by Tsinghua. You can see they're kind of popular. And why we have this Xuetang X? Because if you know, Tsinghua University is kind of top 1 or top 2 university in mainland China. We have a brother or sister school, Beijing University, Tsinghua, Beida. If you say who's number 1, they are fight. If they are top 2, nobody will going to fight for that. Yeah. We also rank a little bit kind of in the high rank in the global university list. So we have a mission to bring the world-class education into the future. That's why we provide learners with the high-quality courses from elite universities and training of practical skills. So the course is not only provided by Tsinghua, it also comes from the world-renowned universities. So that's why we have more than 5,000 books. We also provide the certificate for some of the courses. We hope this builds a lifelong learning platform. And this system will develop a career skills training. Because we have a lot of partners from industrial. It's like Baidu, if you know that, Jingdong, Meituan. So if I sort by category, I just still limit in the English version. If Chinese version, there will be more. So you can see there's 55 in the AI-related topic. And there's list by, I sort by the popularity. So it's a very popular course. It's data structure and algorithm design, part 1, part 2, so on and so forth. And if I sort by some other science related, you can see other topics. Basically, I sort only the course provided by Tsinghua University. If you remove this limitation, there will be a lot more. I guess technical issue is stuck. Oh. Pointing this way or pointing that way? Can you help me to go back 2 slides, please? For some reason, it doesn't work for me. Excuse me? Can you help me go back 3, 4 slides? This one is stuck. Automatically play. As a professor in IT region, I can fully understand the technical problem always happens to us. And that's, okay, yeah, thanks. I clearly remember when Windows, the Microsoft demo their Windows 8 or Windows 10, they said it's never blue screen. But when they hit start, it blue screen. So that's even more embarrassing than me. Okay, we are back to normal. No, this pointer still not working. Oh, it's working. So talking about the crossover. Our institute, we call it Tsinghua Shenzhen International Graduate School. We bridging the disciplinary and the sectional boundaries. So we reorganized our school in recent years. Instead of all the traditional technology silo-based, we have 6+1 fields. They're material science, data and science information tech, biopharmaceutical with health, ocean, future human habitats, environment, plus innovation management. So we are trying to promoting interdisciplinary research and learning throughout the whole school. So for integration, it's creating coherence in learning and the institution practice. We can say there's vertical integration, horizontal with, and also the cross-institutional integration. So Tsinghua Shenzhen International Grad School, for now I just abbreviate as Tsinghua 6, SIGS. The 6, they are located in Shenzhen University town, along with Beida University, along with the Harbin Institute of Technology. So we already have this cross-institutional locally when we were founded. For vertical integration, we start from, since we only focus on graduation, but graduate education, we already align with undergrad. So the student can start their thesis, their degree thesis with us on their last year of bachelor degree. For horizontal, we connect teaching, research, and the community engagement to enrich student development. So we already tried this. See? All right. Industrialization. I'm not sure how many people knows about Shenzhen in China. It's kind of innovation city. And So we are in the center of Shenzhen. It's industrialization is our goal. So that involving organization graduate students to meet growing demand and uploading academic rigor, ensuring broader access without compromising excellence. So there is a saying in Tsinghua, Shenzhen, we say the students we cultivated can reach the highest and reach the lowest. The highest is the academic, we can go highest. The lowest means we need to root from the industrial. Tsinghua has a lot of ways to collaborate with the industry. We have collaborated R&D with industry. We have company-sponsored research project. We also enterprise internship from students, or it's called co-op. And we also provide this industry-university joint education. As an example, I personally am from the Institute of Data and Information Science, which is more than 1/3 of the popularity of this Tsinghua 6. In this institute, there are 11 joint education center or program. We have high-level industry trainers from talent training in different fields, high quality, co-developed courses. It's a widely used professional practice program on the market. The dissertation of the students, the topic can be at the forefront of the technology exploration. So we create high-level school enterprise collaborate education platforms. Here's a list of some of the center in Tsinghua 6. There are some example. Particularly, I'm going to give you a demo on this. This is working with Meituan, which is one of the biggest delivery company. They start for food delivery, and later they expand to more area. So we have a joint project with Meituan on unmanned delivery. So that post we showed in previous page. So you can place order on your app, and then they tell you how long it will take. The vendor is preparing the food. I order a dessert as an example, and the drone is already take the order. The next step, they show you, okay, they're sending the food to the drone center. This center is about 4.5 kilometers away from the post I have, which are outside campus. Instead of using people to ride the electromotor to deliver it, they use drone. And then you can see this drone is flying, and it's updated the distance between you and the drone periodically. And finally, it's going to reach the post I have. And this post is right in front of our office building. So I will have a small video to show that. Why it doesn't play? Sorry, can you go back to one page and play that video? Excuse me? Can you go back one page and play the video for me? Yeah, this video. There's I think when I click next, it won't play. Can you try to play the video? This is a video. Okay, thanks. So actually that video is called a month ago. My son, he has interest on this unmanned deliver food. So he recorded and put on his TikTok. You can also see a lot of people, when they visit China, particularly in Shenzhen, they say, oh, I use this unmanned delivery service. If you're in the center of some park, I want a cup of coffee, they place order and the drone deliver it. So you can see this is a double speed or even triple speed play. So the drone will fly and try to find the position and descend to the top of the rooftop of that post and drop the box. So that's involving a lot of technology. The first, you need to plan between the route between the vendor and the delivery post, and then how to make sure the drone will landing correctly. And the box you see is square shaped, so you have to deliver to that window. That you have a vision detect, you have a radar detect to make sure that runs smoothly. So that is a joint project with Meituan of Tsinghua and Meituan and Tsinghua. Regarding the internationalization, since our school is called International Graduate School, we are focused on internationalization. We have a program called Open Fiesta. The Fiesta is F from faculty, the faculty for innovation, education, science, technology, and art. So this program provides dual degree. You can either through the partner, dual degree partner, or we have exchange study partner. So they have two programs. One is called a Bio 3 Master Program. The other is IID Master Program. For IID, there are also 3 tracks on that. That's only the example. So I have shown some example per that 5 categories. And next, please allow me to give you a more complete introduction on what we did from institution point of view. So now I officially go into introduction of Tsinghua 6. So Tsinghua University was founded in 1911 in Beijing. And right now the global rank is on US News is 11 of the world, first at Asia. And QS like this. So it's a good school. And per subject, we have a lot of subjects on the top list. Artificial intelligence, engineering, chemical, computer science, material science, chemistry, environmental engineering, energy and fuels, environment and ecology, EE, nanoscience, water resource, medical and civil engineer. We have 2 campuses. One is the main campus in Beijing, which is the capital city. The one where we are is in Shenzhen. The Tsinghua Shenzhen, the Shenzhen is referred as China's Silicon Valley. That's the goal. So it's a headquarter location of high-tech companies such as Tencent, which is the owner of the WeChat, Dajiang, which is a drone maker, and Huawei, and so on. It's also vanguard of China's reform and opening up. The Shenzhen city development only about several tens of years. So it's considered as the most economically vibrant city in China. That's why we choose Shenzhen to build our second campus for education. So a little introduction on the Shenzhen. It's a pioneer city. It's number 8 in Global Financial Center Index. There are 8 Fortune 500 companies over there so far. The container throughput worldwide is number 4. Also have 11 laboratory by Nobel Prize. If we talk about the position in China, it's number 1 national innovation city in China, and the number 1 foreign trade export among Chinese cities. Number 1 in China for number of commercial entities and entrepreneurship density. And number 1 in number of PCT application. It has a lot of public libraries, parks, and museums. They are free to everyone. So it's a really nice city. If you get a chance, welcome to Shenzhen. So in addition to the education, Tsinghua is also integrated part of the global presence. So we opened a lot of research and innovation center globalized. Seattle, Milan, even Bali here, and San Diego. So for Tsinghua 6, we have diversified faculty and students bodies, engaging in high-level collaboration with overseas partners, and the internationalization campus resource. We cultivate students' global competencies and nurture them as future global leaders. So by transcending the boundary between academic disciplines, industry, and the surrounding community, Tsinghua 6 will openly share resource and expertise to develop interdisciplinary solutions for global challenges beyond the physical location. So we are really welcomed all the kinds of collaboration with our school globally. So Tsinghua 6 brings innovation to graduate education by exploring new forms and restructuring the administrative system. We also offer opportunities for cooperation with industry and government organizations and provide innovation degrees but to meet rapidly changing industry needs. So we are kind of flexible on the program because we are in the innovation city. So we try to rapidly respond to the change of the world, change of the demand. So far on campus, we have almost 4,500 master students, almost 1,400 doctoral students. The graduate students from Tsinghua Shenzhen is more than 14,000. So we have 230 full-time faculties. And the countries and regions represented by the students is 27 right now. As I mentioned earlier, we reformed, we reorganized it, so we have 6+1 disciplines. So I think I will introduce one by one of this. Please bear with me. The first is the material science. It's called IMR. It's the Institute of Material and Research. So the goal is building a global center for research in functional materials. They have 6 research areas. Hopefully, if you have interest, you can contact us later. We have low-dimensional materials and device, energy materials and device, material design and computation, information functional materials and device, biomedical materials and device, intelligent interface materials and device. This is the IMR. And next is the data science and information technology, IDI. We call it IDI. Is where I'm from. So we have 3 fields, big field. The first is embodied AI and system. The second is AI plus X. It's everything. The third one is intelligent device and equipment. So we cover the sensor plus communication, computing plus AI, control plus manufacturing, everything in one package. So this institute is more than 1/3 of the staff of the whole school, and students also half of the students of the school. It has a lot of research field. Since I'm from this institute, I'd like to read them one by one. Please bear with me. The first is the computer architecture. The second is programming language compiler. Third is operating system. The fourth is parallel and distributed systems. 5 is optical wireless communication. Number 6 is integrated sensing and communication. 7 is underwater wireless communication. Number 8 is optical computing. Number 9 is intelligent signal processing and multimedia. Number 10 is intelligent decision making and management. Number 11 is intelligent optimization and control. Number 12 is intelligent navigation. Number 13 is intelligent detection and diagnosis. Number 14 is digital twin and human-computer interactions. Number 15 is energy internet. Number 16 is microwave photonic device. 17 is the operations research, supply chain management, and integrated circuit and system. That is IDI. So IDI has joint programs with 2 universities. The first is USC with a School of Cinematic Arts. It also offers a summer workshop, joint program, students, faculty exchange. And also it's a joint program with Arts University. The next institute is biopharmaceutical and health. It's joining hands to advance human health and happiness. So it has 4 research areas: health engineering, pharmaceutical engineering, vaccine engineering, cell engineering. It has 2 international partnerships. Next is the Institute of Environment and Ecology. So it's tackling real-world environment challenge. It has 6 research areas: urban environment and compound ecology, industry and spatial environment protection, land and sea interactive environment protection, regional cross-media complex pollution and environmental health, big data and system management of ecological environment. You can see here they also mention big data and system, and climate change and the future ecological environment protection. The Institute of Future Human Habitats is building smart and sustainable cities of the future. It has 3 research areas: future urban science and supporting technology system, research on digital architecture and intelligent construction, innovation center in technology humanities for future habitat. It also has 1 research center. It's called the Global Innovation Center on Design Thinking for Future Human Habitat. So you can see the AI or the new technology, computer science technology already integrated in all of our disciplines we already mentioned. The next is the ocean engineering. Since Shenzhen is by the ocean, similar to Indonesia and other countries. So ocean study is also important to us. They have 3 research areas: deep sea engineering, coastal engineering and technology, marine ecological environment. Their goal is to driving innovations for our oceans. One special thing for them is they have a ship. It's the first scientific research ship joint built by Shenzhen and Tsinghua University for the main purpose of scientific experiment. The ship is called Qingyan Haishi No. 1. So they want to fulfill the dream of chasing deep blue. Finally, is the 6+1, that 1, is innovation management. We try to cultivate and innovate entrepreneurs and business leaders in addition to all the academic achievement the students can achieve. So that is the basic introduction for 7 disciplinary we reorged and we try to cover. Now we are talking about the global cooperation, which is very important for nowadays. We have international partnerships, it's listed over here. We try to solve the global challenges. The current partnerships, as of June this year, we have 30 agreements or MOUs. 59 universities and institutions will be involved. The key fields it covers IT, environment and ecology, biopharmaceutical, and health, and ocean engineering. Our future goal is to expand global partnership and increase international exchange and cooperation opportunities. So here is the map of those institutions or universities. There are 2 spotlight for the international partner. One is the Technical University of Monash, Germany, which signed in 2020, October. and the Kyoto University, Japan, established 2005. Here's the table list of those partnerships. On the top line is school-wise, 6. Every program will have the relation to these universities. And the lower others is institute specified. For example, the IDI have 2 special ones. The IEE has 3 special ones. Those kind of things. So in summary, we have 9 degree programs taught fully in English. We have 11 joint degree programs. We have more than 20 countries represented by the international students. More exactly, it'll be 27, I think, in previous slides. The joint program is listed like this. I won't read them again. We offer 3 kinds of graduate programs. One is the master degree programs, usually take about 2 to 3 years. We have doctoral degree programs, usually require 3 to 4 years. We also have a program for doctoral degree, which only have a bachelor degree. So the study period is normally 4 to 5 years. So we have totally 22 doctoral programs, 35 master programs. Among them, 9 of them are fully English programs. 10 are joint degree programs. The programs in English, there are 6 master programs in those 6 majors and 3 doctoral programs. The requirement for English is TOEFL, IELT, something like that. However, if you come from a university which in full-time, where the English is the principal language of instruction, you can request a waiver. The joint degree graduate program, mainly in master degrees. So we have 4 of majors of that, and for institutes, we have 2 institutes has joint master degree programs. Here is the university of the joint degree program, and here's the program name. The doctoral degree, we have 22 programs. Among them, 3 of them are full English program, which listed in highlighted in blue color. So most programs do not require Chinese proficiency yet. But some courses, unfortunately, are delivered in Chinese. The language requirements shall refer to the program's remarks. You can contact the advisors if you have interest, or the official website. Now, we do accept international students with a bachelor degree to pursue doctoral degrees. Before you come to Tsinghua 6 for the international education, we also offer a summer school, which is a good form to preview our school. So it covers 8 academic theme areas. The summer school is about 1-week program. We provide these things. First, it's lectures delivered by the acclaimed Tsinghua faculties. We have opportunities for group discussion and projects. There are also site visits to innovative labs in 6 and also leading internships enterprise located in Shenzhen. So we also have some field trip and cultural activities to explore the history and the beauty of China. Here are some picture and news regarding this summer school, international summer school, global summer school. There are some pictures. So the slogan of Tsinghua is no sports, no Tsinghua. So you have to take something in sports in order to get a Tsinghua degree. I know right now for the undergrad, you have to pass the swimming test, which when I was graduate, it doesn't require. And also we have some company tour. Here is the Meituan mentioned. Some interesting culture immersions. So there are a picture of academic activities. in the global summer school, and award certificates. For the local students, we try to do international mobility. So academically oriented, the mobility. We have international perspective, outstanding research capabilities, outstanding industrial competence. The students have the chance to do short-term overseas academic exchange, short-term overseas research opportunities, overseas study, short-term overseas studies, dual degree program, etc. And the international conference, high-level international academic conferences, and also some of the overseas industrial practices. We have some students have internship and the international organizations. The company, not company, campus facilities. We are located in the university town of Shenzhen. So it includes 3 big universities. We are next to each other without any wall, and a lot of facility were shared together. So it's very big and beautiful, high level. For example, the library of University Town is really big and nice. They also have some swimming pool. You can see like this is University City. And also sports gymnasium, and the sports field is everywhere. We also have gyms. There's the first picture is an international building complex, which is designed for the international students and the faculties. Dormitory is like this, big and neat and nice. The campus view. This is our information and data Institute of Data and Information Science. We also have ISSC, which is the International Student and the Scholar Center. They are offering one-stop hub for resource and service. They offer professional guidance on immigration, visa matters, residency in China, campus life, and the cultural activities. If you have interest, you can join the team as an international student service. It's a good opportunity to do the Global Opportunities Association. They have this Dragon Boat team for race every year, and the students can do the representative work for ISSC. Here's some picture of the cross-cultural activities for international students. And I think that concludes my presentation. And finally, thank you for listening, and welcome to Tsinghua Shenzhen.
Thank you, Professor Hai Gang Feng. Okay, that's a very exciting presentation, but probably correlation of the CDIO with what has Professor Hai Gang already done in Tsinghua University. Let me invite the question from the floor, maybe 2 or 3 questions for the first batch. Is there any question from the? Maybe before, yeah, we wait still develop the question, but kind of.
That's good. That means the presentation is very clear. The information delivered clearly. And if you have any questions, welcome to contact me or our school. Just remember the website, 6 Tsinghua.
Maybe I'm the first one who would like to
Sure,
go a
go
question. You put this AI as the what is the tool to enhance the education in
Right.
Tsinghua. Maybe you can explain what is the benefit of AI, or what is the advantage of the AI
Sure.
to enhance the education.
Okay.
Also, in terms of the CDIO, that the CDIO is just conceive, design, implement, and operate something like that. Okay.
Yeah, thank you for the question. So AI in Tsinghua in the recent years, particularly in main campus, they set up an institute of AI, particularly. But in Tsinghua, Shenzhen, we already blend this AI idea and the activity into every disciplinary. You can see from my previous introduction, a lot of field, when they do research area, they have some AI or data or science, data science, computer science related. For my personal, I'm working on the IC design, so AI is very important. And for speed up the design process to acquire the knowledge. And nowadays, I think a lot of terminology is bring up very fast. So I have no idea. Instead of go to IEEE Explorer to search that, I usually just do AI. So what is this? And it will pointing me to some reference. And at first, I got a quick glance of what it is. And then I can dig into more detail if it's something related to my point of interest. And also, Chinese students, usually they learn English for 20 years, almost 20 years. They start from the elementary school, some even from the kindergarten, they start to learn English, but they feared to use them. They can just pass the test. But if you want to use it, when they write their thesis, their paper, my first reaction, the first revision, I just throw them away. I think that's too poor English. Okay, nowadays, when they send me the first revision, I say, wow, that's good. How did you do that? They say, oh, AI helped me. They write Chinese version first to explain their idea. Then AI will translate it into English. But I told them, you cannot fully rely on AI. Sometimes it will cheat you. You have to be clear what it is. I say, I don't want to be the goalkeeper of your correction. So you have to know what exactly. I just read through it and see the fundamental idea if it's correct or not. But some subtle things, I still need to dig into it. So that helps a lot. So right now the students is not there to present themselves in English. So I think that's good advantage for AI we used. And for study, I think for pharmaceutical, right now the AI is widely used to speed up, to lower the cost, even the cost of the experiment. And also I know for PCB, they're making the good quality PCB. They use AI to find the best recipe for the materials. So that's, I think, without your notice or not, the AI is already within your life. You cannot ignore it, just enjoy the advantage of AI, but you need to be clear. You need to have the idea, what is the correct one. Don't rely on AI fully. It can fool you.
Thank you, Professor Haigang Feng. But I still have what call.
I have also questions. So
Yeah,
later.
go ahead.
Oh, okay. Please, Professor. Okay. But AI, there is two AI, from my point of view. One is experimental, based on the empirical data, and the other is physical, trying to find the question from the physical experiment, something for something experimental. Then is this, I think, it's developed. I don't know what, I'm not an AI person, or something like that. But AI, if it's a wise AI, should keep the analytical point thinking of every person from the early years, as you said, from the kindergarten, for the elementary school, for the middle school and the high school and university. So we still need to keep the analytical strength of the young people from early at the beginning, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because the CDIO based on the analytical strength of thinking, concept, design, implement, operate. Do you agree that for that? Okay.
Yeah, thanks for the question. I think we have to train the young generation, even myself, the older generation, how to use AI correctly, how to use it wisely. Yeah, not just follow AI. Just AI tell you everything. Oh, yes, I just take it. But no.
And my student, one of the students were doing the homework, and then the time that she complained, but he cannot do the homework, and she said the ChatGPT cannot help her to answer that. So that's why. But I'm glad because I'm happy because my course is cannot handled by AI. Still need me.
It's just a matter of time. If they have collected enough data from your course, AI can do anything. It's scary, but we need to embrace it because the AI is evolving itself really fast. Right now, ChatGPT 5, already 6 is on the table, I think. They are really smart. They just consume a lot of power and money to use. So it's really something we like to use, we hate to use, but we have to face the AI. So for this CDIO, I think, how to use AI correctly, how to let it help us instead of defeat us. So we don't want to be defeated by AI. If in the future students say, oh, I don't want to listen to you, I just listen to AI, AI will teach me everything. I think that's the problem. Because the young generation, if they haven't built up this whole system, knowledge system, they do not know how to distinguish this is real, that is false. Sometimes because AI, they make it up completely. You didn't know that. That's the scary part. Yeah. So you have to have the knowledge to find out which one I can trust. Yeah.
Should keep the analytical strength of the young people. That they still keep the inner side, intelligence center to not be rely on the AI.
You have to be independent.
To be
use AI as your assistant,
exactly.
not your host.
That's why CDIO is here.
Yes.
Professor Feng,
yes.
Thank you for an excellent presentation. I think
Thank you.
most of what you have shared with us today is very, very much in line with what we are trying to achieve. I think you are the role model, at least in Asia. Anyway, so we have a lot to learn from Shenzhen and Tsinghua. The region is, as you said, very, very innovative and foreseen. So that's very promising for us in the world. As you might know, I'm also Tsinghua.
Yes, I just noticed this morning, yes.
The satellite campus in Bali, that's the Tsinghua Southeast Asia Center. So through our Indonesian Higher Education Transform program that I'm leading now from Tsinghua Southeast Asia Center, we also have an excellent way to collaborate with all your staff and faculty and students and international exchange and so on and so forth. So I think from my point of view, we could be the gateway also between the universities here in the room, through Bali, through Shenzhen. So I'm going back now to Bali and continue working with transforming the universities and also the innovation part. So thank you, Prof.
Thank you, Professor.
And keep in touch.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you. So again, welcome to Shenzhen. If you don't have a chance to visit Shenzhen, well, you can welcome to visit Bali. Yeah, that's more convenient for you.
Maybe the gate to enter the Tsinghua network in the world. To Shenzhen and also to Beijing.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Maybe I still have maybe one to two questions coming from the participant. Okay. Yeah. From Bali Batam, there. Okay.
Hey, thank you for the interesting presentation, Prof. Feng. I'm Hanifa from Batam. We met yesterday, and then I have two questions actually. The first one is the thing that I'm interested in is about that the students in Tsinghua have to involve in one sports every semester. Is it the policy for Tsinghua or is this policy for the Chinese government? That's the first question.
Well, that's something we say you have to. For undergrad, yeah, you have to pass a swimming test. But for graduate, we just encourage you. There's no 1 credit or 2 credits for the PE, no. But you have to be active. But if you personally in the campus, you will got the feeling of every student's their enthusiasm on sports. They even play basketball, even go to that dragon boat racing. So that's encouraged for graduate students, not a fundamental requirement for students. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah.
Okay, the second question is about the AI embracement in educational institution, because I think from my point of view, that our educational institution is little lag behind in embracing AI. For example, in industry, I know several companies have their own personal ChatGPT, so the ChatGPT have the agreement to protect the data and so on and so forth. But in educational institution, I don't know, maybe in the initial phase of AI, we saw AI as the competition. And then, for example, like what you mentioned, that your students translate the Chinese from to English using AI.
Yes.
I think 2 years ago, it is forbidden here in our campus, but somehow we lost the battle, and no, we have to accept that. But the regulation about that right now, I think in Indonesian and also in Batam is not clear yet. And there's also one of the, I think, popular case lately in Singapore where the students in one of the education institutions there got penalized because they are using AI. I mean, they are accused of using AI in doing their assignment, but the students counter the argument and they said they didn't. So how the Tsinghua, as a very top university, embrace this AI into their educational process and their learning experience from the students?
Thanks for the question. Tsinghua has a very powerful department of AI. So they have worked on that for so many years. We even have Yuanshi as a fellowship of National Academy. They work on that for tens of years. So we have, in Tsinghua, we have small program. They build completely by AI that help you how to live on campus, how to do everything. You can just ask him, how should I do my registration? The AI will tell you. And by this means, you also help the AI developing. And it will help your life. It will help you developing, help the program developing itself. For the research, we have some other internal server to keep evolving itself to do better study, like data mining, like design. And also, we know, even we hate that, even we prohibit it, some students will use AI to write their paper. So the only way to defeat AI is using AI. So we have another research group. They are trying to develop a program to detect paper generated by AI. So we have some AI fighting AI that works. This always happens, I think, throughout the whole industry. We need origination for your idea. You cannot use AI to use AI to do everything for you, but the only way to contest it is using AI. So that's the way we develop it. We develop one side and we develop the other side to compete each other. That's how we improve ourselves. Yeah. Hopefully one day, Polypattern, they also have your group to work on this. Translate the Indonesian language into English easily and smoothly. So it's a big relief for your students to write in English.
Actually, we already have that. I mean, the AI can already translate Indonesian to English. And then there's one thing that I noticed, even if the students write a very poor Indonesians, the AI can translate it into a very good English writing.
That's good for you, yeah. Great.
In that sense that that's why I don't really know how. I mean, recently I have a problem with one of my students that I'm supervised because he pulls all the references from AI, so all of those references are not real. But because there's no rules and regulation yet, because it's not cheating, I mean, it's not copying, it's like taking from AI. So there's still a little about that. So we still struggle about that. I mean, based on the Indonesian writings, they don't really know how to write in Indonesia, so they don't know how to think in Indonesian logic. But then when it's translated to English, somehow it becomes a very good writing in English. So I don't know. I still don't know how to deal with that kind of situation.
That's why we have a group develop that program to detect what is generated by AI. So that's, I think, we have to have this. Otherwise, we will be cheating by AI. Yeah. All right, thank you for your question.
Sorry, Professor Feng, thank you very much for sharing. As you speak, a lot of thoughts are running through my mind. My name is Mark from Singapore Polytechnic. I just want to follow up with what you said, which I thought was quite interesting, and to build on what the other speakers are saying. Other people who are asking the questions, we need to use AI to defeat AI.
Correct.
I thought that was a very interesting and provocative statement, if I may. But can we, okay, so can I maybe put you in a spot and ask, let's assume we have defeated AI, and I use that term very loosely, and to maybe fast forward 5 years, what would then learning look like if we have defeated AI and we have okay, so I think from what I'm hearing is we are fighting two battles. We need to be defensive, prevent cheating from happening, but at the same time embrace it. So my question is, if we have defeated AI, what would learning look like? Let's not talk about 5 years, because 5 years could be an eternity. What will learning look like in 3 years? Thank you.
Okay. That's a good question. Yeah. Maybe I should make it more precise word. Instead of using defeat, I should use detect. That's maybe more realistic. Defeat is covered too much. Yeah, detect AI. But if we have this way, we keep working on that in few more years. I think if we feed enough information to the AI database, they basically learn everything. They know what we know. They can predict what we are going to think, and they're very fast, right? Faster than us. So what can we do? I think that's really an open question. I can only think it aloud. I'm not saying in the way of Tsinghua University. I just personally, I think in the future, if the AI develop that fast, we can let AI educate people. They can help us to develop program, they capture what the most hot topic in the industry and collect information for us, and basically can also generate some textbook or something for us, but we have to be the supervisor of this, because as a lot of people already mentioned, AI can generate something fake, completely fake, and you have to be the boss. You know what is correct, what is not. So I think that is our role. We cannot avoid use it. I think we embrace it. We let them to help us to track the new knowledge rapidly. but we have to hold the wheel. We cannot let AI drive for us. We know what's the destination. We can let them provide us the route, but we have to the one to make decision which route we take and where is the destination. Not like they drive all by themselves. Yeah. So I think that's probably the AI role in future. Right now it doesn't. But a lot of middle school and elementary school in China, there are a lot of apps. They help your kids to study school works. I think that I found that helpful to me even. I found nowadays I cannot even educate my high school son. His homework is also a burden to me. When he said, "Dad, I don't know how to do this," I said, "Wow, did I really got my PhD degree?" I completely forgot, unfortunately. The AI helped me and helped me remind what I learned. Sometimes they provide a solution and they say, "No, that doesn't sound right." It just provides a solution, looks like it's right, but it's completely wrong. So just keep in mind, we cannot lose ourselves. We have to be the boss. And because we have knowledge built up for almost 30, 40 years, we learn that, not like young generation. They never learn that, or they start with AI-assisted study. But we have to teach them to be independent, not become the slave of AI. I think that's more important for us. Yeah, I'm not sure if that answers your question completely. That's just my personal idea. Speak loudly.
Build on what you have just said. I think what we are looking at is when you talk about explicit knowledge, those that's already been codified in all our textbooks, I think AI can do a far better job.
Yep.
But I think what you could be referring to, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is this idea of this tacit knowledge that AI can never find out from that individual person. Maybe one day that will happen. And I think when that happens, I think that personally, I think that's the end of civilization as we speak. But I think it's that nuances that, that what makes us who we are as human, and the knowledge, plus the knowledge, is where AI can never replace. So I think that would be the area of how I would see that evolving in the future. But thank you very much for your thoughts. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Yep.
Thank you, Professor Haigang Feng. Maybe still time to
I think it's time for tea break.
Time for break, coffee break. Maybe is I think if there's no more question, just thank you very much. There's an interesting question, interesting explanation from Professor Haigang Feng. Let us applaud to Professor Haigang Feng for his. Thank you.
Thank you for providing this good opportunity to share our opinion and to share our activity on the reaction of this new era. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Feng Haigang and Mr. Basuki Rahmat Alam for the incredible talk.
To Dr. Feng Haigang, please stay with us on the stage before we will be handing over the plaque. Now we would like to invite Mr. Bambang Hendrawan to hand over the plaque. It is time for a quick break and a chance to catch up with one another. The next session is going to start in 15 minutes. For the morning. It is great pleasure that to introduce Mr. Mike Wilwan, the CEO of Infinite Studios and Nongsa Digital Park. And we are honored to invite Ms. Sally Artatizega to be the moderator.
Mr. Wilwan will discuss the future of animation in Indonesia, opportunities and challenges in the age of AI. To Mr. Mike Wilwan and Ms. Sally Artatizega, the time is yours.
Check. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, my name is Sally Artatizega. I'm gonna be your moderator for this final special session. It's quite different from previous session. We're gonna have more talking about animation side for this final session. And we're honored to have with us Mr. Mike Wilwan, a visionary filmmaker, producer, and also CEO of Infinite Studios. His career spans over 30 films and series, from animated works such as Sing to the Dawn, The Unicorn and Academy, to international collaborations including Crazy Rich Asian, Monkey Man, and he is also the director of Buffalo Boys and the latest one, Monster Ikan or Orang Ikan. Have you watched this film before? Yeah, make sure to subscribe on Netflix. Okay, and he is also play a key role in bringing Southeast Asian cinema to the global stage. Okay, today he will share with us the journey of his experience in animation and film, the growth of Indonesian animation industry, and how Infinite Studios is preparing talent and embracing AI responsibly in animation production. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Mike Wilwan.
Good morning. It's a real pleasure for me to be here today. Our relationship with Polytechnic Batam, we were talking, has been more than 10 years, here. And I'm really proud that as an industry based in Batam, that we have a source of fantastic education here that helps us grow the ability for us to have more young people come from Kepri to the industry, right? So thank you, Polytechnic Batam, for hosting this event and inviting me today. I'd like to say good morning to our Honorable Professor Mats Hansen, co-founder of CDIO, Helen Leong, co-director of CDIO Global, Shinmo Chia, co-leader of CDIO Asia Region, Joseph Pepito, president of the Cebu Technological University, Pak Bambang Hendrawan, director of Polytechnic Negeri Batam. Okay. So I'm sorry, it's a little bit formal. I'm just gonna read my speech because I didn't realize it was actually quite a relaxed event, but later on we could actually have a more relaxed discussion. So let me just tell you a little bit about myself. So I began my journey in film after graduating from Kent University in UK in 1998. And I made independent short films before moving on to feature films in 2005. Now, 2 years after I acquired Infinite Studios, which was based in Singapore, which was primarily a post-production and visual effects studio, I've always had an interest in animation. And knowing how much artistry and time that format required, I felt that was a great opportunity in Indonesia, where digital talent was really waiting to be discovered. With the expansion of our first animation pipeline from Singapore to Batam, I produced the region's first animated feature film called Sing to the Dawn in 2004, followed by projects such as Tatsumi, which was showcased in Cannes in competition, and producing a series called Peter Rabbit, which won 3 Emmys, and Netflix's top animated hit, Unicorn Academy. Now, over the 2 decades, Infinite Studios has become a producer of dozens of animated titles, known and distributed over the world. Now, over the years, I know my host has said what I've done. Of course, I've worked on now more than 30 films, and I'm very proud that a lot of these films were made here in Batam, right? And because it's also based on the talent here in Capri. So I'm very proud of that. And as I transition more from animation to live action, my heart still lies in the beautiful art form we call animation. And I often reflect on the journey I've taken to arrive at this point, and I think a lot about the industry's direction and future. So today we stand at the intersection of 2 powerful forces shaping our creative future: artificial intelligence and animation. AI is no longer a buzzword. It has entered our workflows, transforming how we produce, manage, and even imagine stories. In the world of animation, AI offers us incredible opportunities. It can automate repetitive tasks, streamline production, reduce costs, giving artists more freedom to focus on creativity. Yet, at the same time, it poses challenges, from copyright risks in generative AI to the question of how much technology should influence originality and human expression. For Indonesia, this moment is especially exciting. In just 5 years, our local animation industry has grown from single film in cinemas to a rising lineup that proves audiences are ready for Indonesian stories when the quality is high. With AI as an enabler, not a replacement, our artists can tell authentic stories that travel the world, supported by the very best quality to cost ratio in Asia and a strong talent pipeline. But as with any innovation, AI comes with both pros and cons. On the positive side, it boosts efficiency, speeds up processes, and helps reduce costs, allowing artists to focus more on storytelling and creativity. On the other hand, generative AI brings copyright risks, raises questions of originality, and sparks concerns about the role of human talent in a tech-driven industry. That is why the future of animation in Indonesia depends on finding the right balance, embracing AI to empower our workflows while keeping the heart of storytelling 100% human. The opportunities are vast, and the responsibility is ours to shape. AI is transforming animation by streamlining tasks and reducing costs. One powerful example is the storyboard stage. When a young creator has a strong story idea, but is limited in manpower to develop it visually, AI tools can help them move forward. For instance, some platforms today allow scripts to be quickly translated into storyboard panels, giving creators a visual reference to build upon and refine. We can already see this happening in the industry. For example, Netflix has developed in-house AI tools that help generate storyboard drafts directly from scripts, cutting down pre-production time significantly. Toei Animation in Japan has also experimented with AI to accelerate background creation, while studios like Territory Studio and Atomic Cartoons have developed AI-assisted storyboard platforms to support their creative teams. These cases show us that AI can be supportive tools, helping ideas move from text into visuals more efficiently while keeping the creative visions in the hands of artists. Now, at Infinite Studios, however, we are careful how we apply this AI. While generative tools can help support the ideation and empower talents, they also carry risks in terms of copyrights and originality. That is why we focus on non-generative AI for our production backbone budgeting, scheduling, upscaling, while ensuring that all final creative work is crafted 100% by our artists. Now, the Indonesian animation industry is really at a pivotal point. From just one title in 2001, called Nusa, to a growing lineup including Adit Sopo Jarwo in 2021, Si Juki the movie, Harta Pula Monyet in 24, signaling a positive trend from the local animation industry. The number of local animated films in cinemas is also growing, with Warkop DKI Cartoon released in June 2025, and the upcoming Panji Tengkorak, which will soon be released on the 28th of August, 2025. So the audiences here are ready to pay for high-quality, authentic Indonesian stories. The momentum for Indonesian animation is real. Jumbo, which was released in March 2025, proved demand. Quality unlocks spend. Now, even the most recent negative viral reception of Merah Putih, One for All, and I'm sure you've heard about it, it has generated much needed discussion about the need to improve the quality of animation. With the availability of so many foreign animation titles and so many good domestic shows now, audiences in Indonesia today have evolved to have higher expectations. Now, Infinite Studios, the last 2 decades, we've been a leader of this evolution. Our studio in Batam, which was founded in 2005, has a team of over 300 talented individuals, and the studio offers international clients a range of services from animation outsource work to collaboration and co-production opportunities for animated television series and feature films. And we are investing to grow more talent from Kepri, partnering with Polytechnic Negeri Batam and local schools so that an increasing share of our team is homegrown. Our world-class infrastructure, including a render farm with over 7,000 CPU cores, allows us to deliver exceptional results with the best of quality to cost ratio in Asia. We integrate our production pipeline with proprietary tracking systems for seamless workflow management, while utilizing Autodesk Flow for effective project tracking. And for communication collaboration, we rely on Basecamp, ensuring smooth coordination across all teams. Now, we've honed our skills by serving global clients on over 100 international projects, from pre-production to post-production. We are now leveraging this strength to focus on developing our own original intellectual property stories that are deeply rooted in Indonesian culture but can travel globally. This experience has given us a reputation for delivering high-quality animation that has earned global recognition, positioning Indonesia as a competitive player in the industry. Now, over the last 20 years, Infinite Studios has created over 2,500 jobs and opportunities for talent, especially for young people entering the animation industry. We have established internship programs, training initiatives, and partnerships with educational institutions to nurture the next generation of animators and artists. Infinite Studios also created a launching ground for the industry's creative entrepreneurs, such as Adit Toro, who is the founder of Little Giant and the creator of Nusa, Ronnie Gani, the founder of Bengkel Animasi and an animator in Industrial Light and Magic, and Aditya Yustanto, founder of Mocha Animation and the creator of Baby Zoo. Now, our team represents the diverse skills and perspectives of Indonesia, with talents from Java, Bali, Sumatra, and beyond. This richness in backgrounds helps us craft stories that are authentic, universally appealing, and it also does not stop there, because we're also creating our own IP, many of them our alumni continue to collaborate with us because the DNA of quality that drives our projects remains the same. So far, we have proudly partnered with more than 30 studios across Indonesia, strengthening the ecosystem and proving that collaboration is key to growth. Now, we are proud to say that 43% of our employees are homegrown talents from the Kepri region, with ongoing collaborations with vocational high schools and universities, including a strong partnership with Politeknik Negeri Batam, which has seen 44 of its graduates join our team since 2021. Now, with this collaboration between schools, universities, and industry, we hope that educators can continue to develop both knowledge and skills in AI for their students. It is essential that students are equipped with a solid foundation so that they can use AI as a tool to enhance their creativity rather than letting technology take over the creative process itself. By empowering the next generation with the right balance of knowledge, skills, and values, we can ensure that AI becomes a driver for innovation, not a replacement for human imagination. So how do we move forward? The challenge is not whether AI will be adopted. It already is. The key is how do we use it? We must be selective and ethical in our implementation. We need to focus on skill development and ensure our content remains original, protecting it from copyright issues, disputes, creative dilution. Now, we're already exploring future tools like Autodesk for budgeting, Topaz Labs for upscaling, Gemini ChatGPT to review documents and debug scripts, and Autodesk Maya machine which will accelerate our rigging process. These are just small examples that could serve as a valuable reference for educational institutions, opening up new perspectives on how to teach this technology in a way that's compatible with the animation industry. This strategic use of AI streamlines our production and allows talented artists to focus entirely on the creative process. All our creative work is 100% artist-made. This can serve as a reference for the current educational world. It could open new perspectives for teaching this AI technology, which may be compatible with the existing animation industry. Now, the path forward for Indonesia is clear. We must use AI responsibly and ethically. We must learn how to shape the technology to better our efficiency and competitive advantage. By implementing it selectively and continuously developing our human skills, we can preserve the originality and creative integrity of our work. If we succeed, Indonesian animation will not only keep up with the world, but it will also become a global source of inspiration. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Pak Mike Wiluan. Okay, for the inspiring presentation. And now we'll open for the question. Please raise your hand and your name, introduce your name before asking. We can have 2 questions, maybe. Okay. Is there any question from the audience today? Oh, okay, from there.
Politeknik Negeri Batam. Yeah, I'm not actually, it's not the AI people, expert as well, but I just get the touch of the AI something. I just want to ask a simple question. How much AI is improved the animation work in cinema lately? And then what is your thought about how is the AI developing in the near future and also in the future. And that's all my question. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Pat. Actually, our Studio Infinite Kinema has been using AI for a while now in our workflow processes. Often, a lot of our artists use it to make repetitive tasks a lot more seamless. Instead of doing it by hand, it's done by machine learning. And the softwares are now predicting the animation, but it needs a pilot, right? And the pilots are the animators. You don't just press the button and let everything happen itself. As everyone understands, also AI, a lot of AI depends on open source, right? It takes whatever is out there in the world and it creates something based on what is already existing. For now, AI does not replace creativity. It does not replace the intuitiveness of human emotion. AI is a tool, right? And AI has helped us to become more competitive, to become more streamlined, more efficient, more cost-effective. And it's helping others as well, like us. And I think what is more important today is how to learn and use AI more effectively as a tool, as opposed to an individual, like an entity that starts thinking of creativity by itself. I think we have to be able to be control of our own creativity and use AI as a tool for that, and basically look at finding ways to educate the next generation on effectively using AI for that cause. I hope that answers the questions, Pat.
Okay, is that enough, Pak Basuki? Okay. Well, is there any question about the previous topic today? Okay, while waiting for the audience, I have a question, Pak Mike. What is the role of the government in supporting the animation industry? Especially, what is the role of the Indonesian government in supporting in animation pipeline or industry?
I think this could be a very long and complicated question, but I think I want to state the obvious, is that creative industries around the world are supported by governments who want to promote artistry, culture, and craft in their communities, in their countries. I think government participation is very important to support talent, to support culture, to promote it. And we've seen countries like Korea, France, Canada, for example, that are very active in promoting their own industries locally. Singapore, for example, here in Southeast Asia, has many programs in which young filmmakers are able to tap into funding that would create content that enables an industry to grow. Unfortunately, in Indonesia, we don't have such an advanced system. And I think our jobs in education and industry is to constantly find ways to interact with government, to encourage them, to find ways to incentivize the industry, to incentivize young talents, whether they're artists or entrepreneurs, to find ways to give them a leg up in a very competitive industry. Because the spillover effect for the creative economy is huge, right? It goes well across into different industries. We've seen that, for example, in how the KOKA, which is the agency for in Korea that's promoted creative industries from the music to film, we could see how the Korean wave has taken over that world. Obviously, it takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of time and perseverance. I'm not saying we should do something exactly like that, but there's a lot of different countries that have a lot of different approaches to incentivizing and nurturing the creative industries. I myself have had plenty of discussions with our government here in Indonesia, and it is our hope that one day we have a very clear and transparent system on how we're able to find ways in which Indonesia could nurture its own talents by providing these incentives for local talent. There's so much local talent here in Indonesia, and it's about time that we're able to bring this forward and promote it not just in the domestic industry but globally as well.
And of course, the industry will open the partnership with government, of course, right? Okay. Well, is there any other question? Yeah, from the side.
Test. Hi, Pak Mat. Thank you very much for the presentation. Can I just check with you, as an employer, are you concerned with the people that are coming into the industry who might be suffering from some kind of cognitive decline with the use of AI before they actually enter the industry?
No, I mean, we haven't seen that ourselves. I think the issue, is maybe sometimes the over-reliance on AI to do many tasks which diminishes our capability for creativity, and from writing all the way to thought processes. I think that's the danger, is to be able to have the discipline to use AI where it can enhance, not take over those very core cognitive abilities. All right, I don't think we've experienced any young people who've come in with cognitive decline based on the use of AI. I think it's more about making the decisions and being informed and being taught, right? And I think that's why education is a very key part of that. You know, in this education process, students have to understand the choices they make with using AI. It's a choice. It's not that you have to use it all the time. You're using it as a tool to enhance something that you've already worked on yourself. How do you enhance? Because if it takes over your life and you can't do anything without AI, then I think that's where you start to question, you know, your contribution in the ecosystem. And that's what people are really scared of today. People are really scared about their jobs, losing their jobs to AI, how AI could replace them. Well, that is a true fact, to be honest. That's already happening everywhere around the world. But I think it's finding ways in how young people are able to upskill themselves to use the tools, to use the software, to use the machine to help them better themselves, as opposed to wait until the time they are replaced. So I think that's important. I think that culture, that sensibility needs to be taught in the educational environment, and I think this is why I came here today, because of the support that we have in the working relationship with secondary education, with higher learning institutes. Polytechnic Negeri Batam has been a great supplier of talent to us, and because we are also based in Batam, we really are very conscious about employing people from Capri. We want to basically raise the levels of our staff in our studio to close to 80%, and not have to rely on anyone outside, right? But obviously there's going to be diversity at some point. So, I'm here today because of our relationship. I'm here today because of our consciousness of how we train the next generation. It's important that industry and education, vocational education, or not vocational, but education work side by side, right? And so whatever we learn, we pass on, right? And I think if we apply those processes, hopefully we could avoid anything in terms of, seeing cognitive decline. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, thank you very much. Just a very quick follow-up, quick question. Being in a unique position that you are, being as an employer and also working very closely with academia, what could be one piece of advice that you would give a room full of educators on how we should be navigating this next phase with the tension that we have with AI? Thank you.
Thank you. I think we're dealing with a new generation of young people who went through COVID, who saw their parents and peers stay at home, work from home, offices empty, apps appear, everything at your fingertips on your phone, ordering everything online. So we're dealing with a new generation that is not ready to sometimes go back to work. right? To physically go back to work. Now, I'm not saying that because that's a bad thing. As you know, like a lot of, like from Google, Amazon, a lot of tech companies are experiencing this. They want people to go back to work, not because for the sake of it, but because of some very core elements that make companies great. Human interaction, right? Now, for us, we work in teams. We go through personalities. We go through a culture. We have a culture at our studio. If you don't come into the studio, you don't experience the culture. You don't experience the standards. You don't experience teamwork. You don't experience a discussion about or a debate. Sometimes that could be done online, but it's a very different experience compared to being there in person. So what I would advise is that human skills, communication skills are very, very important. And I think you have to inculcate the importance of this, because as a studio, we might look at someone who has a fantastic capability, a fantastic technical capability. But if they're not willing to work with others, or if they're reluctant to come and participate as a team, to work together, to collaborate, to be inspired by others, then we as good and technical as they are, we would choose people who prefer to be with people as opposed to people who just want to be by themselves, right? Because this is still a human industry. This is a social business, right? And I think what is important is that as you're teaching these kids skills, you have to actually tell them about the importance of social skills. Being able to present, being able to talk confidently, being able to listen to others and work out problems, being able to be inspired, trying to inspire others. Sometimes that does not happen in front of the Zoom camera. That happens in person. And a lot of kids now that we see have just sort of like felt that they could get away with just doing everything online, right? There are certain things that can be done, but we fear that the future will be based on dialing everything in and not working together in person, because once we lose that human element, I think we lose the industry as well, right? And we lose the potential of that industry. We lose the collaboration, we use that human element. So that's my advice. Please teach social skills as important as the technical skills. Thank you.
All right, thank you for the explanation and from the question from the right side. And now we still have 10 minutes left. Yeah, maybe there any question from the left side? Here.
Thank you, Ms. Lee. One quick question from me. Maybe it is out of topic a little bit, but in Indonesia right now, there is a trend that every studios right now is working on their own IPs. The question is, how does Indonesian intellectual property travel to the international market? Thank you.
Yes, Indonesia is going through a renaissance in content, right? We've now seen, I mean, back in the day when I started making movies, there were probably less than 100 movies being made, 90 to be exact, back in the mid-2000s. 90 films a year were made in Indonesia, okay? Today, there are more than 450 films being made a year, right, in Indonesia, okay? Now, imagine 450 films, and you only have 365 days a year. There's not enough days to show a new film every day, right? It's not enough. And we don't have enough theaters in Indonesia. But yet, post-pandemic, we're going through a boom. Everyone is going back to the cinemas. Everyone's going to nobar, everyone's going to events, everyone's going to the malls. It's a great renaissance for our film industry, and it's a great renaissance for local content. because people are now watching local content. And that's why we've seen a lot of animated IPs from Indonesia become more and more successful. Our top box office hit was an animated feature called Jumbo, right? It made over 10.3 million, right, admissions, right, which is very, very good in Indonesia. And so everyone's coming onto this bandwagon and making content for Indonesia. Now, it might be successful in Indonesia, but the challenge is how will it be successful globally, right? The challenge now, I mean, the opportunity is now Indonesia itself. But for Indonesian IPs to be accepted globally, there needs to be a level of more universal storytelling, right? That doesn't involve such deep-rooted folklore. Indonesia has beautiful folklore, so much. So all of Southeast Asia has so much deep folklore, and actually it's so rich. But sometimes our shows, our movies, our content can be quite colloquial, right? It's very deep-rooted in what we know as Indonesians. And our neighbors or our American friends or from Europe, they don't quite understand, like some ideas, right? So like, for example, in Indonesia, we have now so many horror films, right? Yes, like Kuntilanak, Pocong, Desa KKN, Iblis, it's like a lot of this, right? But a lot of the horror is not traveling overseas because it's rooted in deep folklore. Indonesia loves folklore, but it's actually quite difficult to sometimes understand if you're coming from outside Indonesia. So that's why it's sometimes very difficult to travel. So we're going to go through a period of boom where we're making a lot of domestic content. And that quality is going to get better and better and better. And more films will slowly be distributed in festivals and globally around the world. And soon, the industry will change again. And they'll start making stories that are a little bit more accessible to the international market, a little bit more easier for an international market to understand. So that will come, and that will come. And when that day comes, and it's actually happening now, but not in huge amounts, but it has to start, and it's already starting. In the next couple of years, we're going to see a lot of Indonesian content out in the marketplace. And the great thing is that Indonesia is one of the best places in the world to create content because we have so much talent. We have so much great talent. And that's where we're very, very hopeful for the future of Indonesian IP internationally. I hope that's okay. That answers the question.
That answers my question. Thank you so much, Mr. Mike.
Thank you.
Well, give applause for the questions for the audience today. Yeah, actually, Polybatam also making the IP for animation. Have you heard about Ficusia before? And also, we're doing the IP now from Pak Saropi. He's also the director of the IP. The name is BB-Bot. Is it right?
Yeah. It's an animation series for toddlers. So it's all about the toddlers learning about how they learning about singing and everything like Cocomelon.
Yeah.
Well, I encourage you to keep doing that. It's a golden age for Indonesian IP. Really golden age. It's a great opportunity for you to go out and get it done. And if there's anything that we could help you along the way, we'd be very happy to do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. I also noted that you said that it is great if we involve our culture into this animation. And yeah, thank you for your advice.
Yes. It's good to involve. I mean, we have so much rich culture, right? And that's why we have to find stories that really work. But sometimes it cannot be just. It has to be told in a certain way that we present the culture globally. How do we present it with people that could understand it and fall in love with it, right? As you can see, a lot of Disney shows are quite universal, but they come from certain cultures as well, right? And I think, how do we find a way to allow these shows to travel around the world? I think that's the next step, right?
Okay. We are also open for the collaboration with Infinite Studios to develop the IP, right? Okay. It's already time is up, yeah. Okay. From this session, we see that the future Indonesian animation brings both opportunities and also challenge. We have strong talent and unique local stories. While AI can help make production more efficient, the challenge is to keep quality and originality so our creation can compete globally. This is what we mean today's topic, the future of animation in Indonesia, opportunities and challenge in the age of AI. Okay, give a round of applause to Pak Mike. Kita boleh nanti.
To Mr. Mike Willowan, we kindly request you to remain in your place because the next session is the plaque giving from the CDIO committee to the speakers. Therefore, we invite Mr. Bambang Hendrawan to come forward to giving the plaque.
Therefore, we invite Mr. Ahmad Riyad Firdaus to come forward to giving the plaques. All right, the first plaque giving is for Mr. Mike Willowan as the special session speaker. Okay, let's take a picture in 3, 2, 1. Let's take one more in 3, 2, 1. Alright, Mr. Mike Willowan, we invite you to return to your seat.
Ladies and gentlemen, right now we will hear some message from Mr. Sin Mocha. To Mr. Sin Mocha, please welcome.
Okay, I'll just be standing here. I won't be going up to the stage, okay? Right, just a few administrative matters because this is the last day of the Asia Regional Meeting. So we do have some administrative matters that we need to take care of, right? So that will happen after lunch. So at 1 o'clock sharp, please come back to this side of the room, right? And these are the people who I need you to be here. Right, for each CDIO member institution, I need one representative. Right, one representative for each member institution. So if you are the only one from your institution, you know you are the one. If there are more, right, choose among yourself. Right, basically you have what you need to do are 3 things that we are going to do. All right, we have the election of co-leader Asia, presentation by institutions applying to join CDIO, and presentation to host the next ARM. All right, so I need CDIO members to have at least one representation from each institution. If you have more than 1 members, feel free to join other parallel sessions. Right, so that is, to me, that is probably the most important thing. So I want to say here, all right, any questions? Clear? All right, so see you at 1 p.m. later on this, I was told it was this side of the room. All right? Okay. So any other details about the voting and stuff, I will brief it later because I'm afraid that after, I tell you now, after lunch, you forgot already, all right? Yeah, because lunch has always been so good. Thank you very much. See you guys later. Yeah, you see, I was talking about doing this, telling you more details after lunch because you might forget if I tell you now because the lunch is so good, right? And again, just to reinforce the point that because lunch is so good, I'm so looking forward to it, there's one thing that I forgot to mention. Now, for those institutions who are non-members, if you are interested in joining CDIO, you are more than welcome to sit in and listen to the presentation of the members who are applying to join, right? But of course, you cannot vote. Yeah, the room, okay, I'm letting just confirm the room is over this side, right? So once again, if you are interested, non-members, if you want to know more about CDIO, presentation, process to join CDIO, what is being presented, welcome to join us, right, at 1 p.m. Thank you. All right. Now, finally, I can return this to you.
Okay, next is the plaque giving to the first keynote speaker. We invite Mr. Tsinghua to come up on the stage. And therefore, we invite also Mr. Bambang Hendrawan to come up forward to giving the plaque. We invite Mr. Ahmad Riyad Firdaus to come forward and giving the plaque.
Okay, let's take a picture in 3, 2, 1, cheese. Let's take one more in 3, 2, 1. Alright, for Mr. Tsinghua, we invite you to return to your seat. And the play giving to the second keynote speaker, we invite Mr. Joji Lim to come up on the stage.
We also invite Mr. Ahmad Riyad Firdaus again to giving the plaque. All right, let's take a picture and I'm gonna do a countdown in 3, 2, let me do a countdown in 3, 2, 1. Once again, in 3, 2, 1. All right. To Mr. Ahmad Riyad Firdaus, please stay on your place. The next one, the plaque giving to our special session speaker. We invite Dr. Helen Leong to come up on the stage. We also invite Mr. Eko to giving the plaque. Please welcome Mr. Eko and Ms. Helen Leong.
Okay, let's take a great picture in 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's take one more in 3, 2, 1.
We also invite Mr. Hendawan to take a picture together with Miss Helen Leong. and Mr. Eko. To Mr. Hendawan Subakti. Okay, you can take your seat again. Sorry.
Next, the play giving to the parallel session speaker. We invite the following name to come up on the stage. First, Mr. Mark Nivan Singh, Dr. So Kim Fai, Mr. Muhammad Arifin, Dr. Nguyen Phang Nya,
Dr. Kwak Anbin, Professor Mark Paulim, Engineer Delvaji Castillo, Dr. Rajiv Sukumaran, and Dr. Chris Turaj. Please come up on the stage. We also invite Mr. Hamdani to giving the plaque to our parallel session speakers. Let's make this memorable moment together by taking a picture, and let me do a countdown for you in 3, 2, 1. Once again, 3, 2, 1. Let me do a countdown again. In 3, 2, 1. Once again. In 3, 2, 1. Let me do a countdown. In 3, 2, 1. Once again. In 3, 2, 1. Let me do a countdown in 3, 2, 1. Once again, in 3, 2, 1. We would like also Mr. Hiromasa Onishi as the speaker for poster presentation to come up on the stage.
Okay, let's take a picture in 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Once again, I would like to invite Mr. Hiromasa Onishi. Thank you for the all awesome speakers for CDIO 2025. And right now, next up to the next session, we will be enjoying a dance performance by students from Polytechnic Negeri Batam. This. What a fantastic morning we've had together. Now, to truly celebrate everything we've accomplished together, it's time to reveal. The moment you've all been waiting for is here. A wonderful spread of food have been prepared just for us. The buffet is officially open. So please come on over and grab a plate. Let's eat and mingle. Hope you enjoy your lunch. See you.